convened here to bring us some entertainment for the evening.
Okay, you're eating right now. Set the format. What will we see coming up?
So we're changing things a little bit here tonight, but we will go into our annual meeting portion shortly, and then we will have our awards ceremony and then the entertainment. So.
And we're looking at what, well over 300 people here tonight?
Yes. We had about 320 that ended up registering.
That's good. Why don't you get back to work?
We also have a military appreciation banner here, but we want to kick things off tonight with the national anthem. So if you could all please stand, remove your hats as appropriate. And we have Tech Sergeant Courtney Alexander from Volk Field here to lead us off with the national anthem for tonight. After that, we invite you to join us for the evening with Hillbilly Rock Stars and a darn good time. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you for being here tonight. I know there's a lot going on, and it's a warm enough day that we all could probably use a little bit of air conditioning, but it's important that we come out and celebrate community, and that's what we're doing tonight. We also want to lend a nod to all our installations that are our neighbors in our community here. With us tonight from Fort McCoy, we have Colonel Michael Paws, and the Deputy Commanding Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Chad Maynard. And from Volk Field, we have Lieutenant Colonel Chris Diviak and Chief Master Sergeant Travis Skoronsky. If you can't hear them back, take a second to move up a little bit here so that you can hear what they have to say, but I would like to give them a chance to say a few words about their installations that they represent. Colonel Paws?
Thank you so much, Tomah, the surrounding community. Colonel Mike Paws, Garrison Commander of Fort McCoy, with me, my Deputy Commanding Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Chad Maynard. I was out of state a few weeks ago, but he filled in nicely for me at the tractor pull. I enjoyed being there last year. And so in the Army, when we get pretty happy or excited, we say a word called hooah, right? So we're gonna test this out. I'm gonna see if you can say it. Right? So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, I'm gonna point to you, and you're gonna say in a loud Army voice, hooah, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hooah! All right, and I do want to thank Tina from the Chamber of Commerce. Let's give her a big hooah. 1, 2, 3. That's right. And I do want to thank your mayor, Mr. Mike Murray, who's so supportive of the military over there. Murray's on Main. Let's hear it from Mike Murray. 1, 2, 3. You guys are getting good. Use your outside voice, though. If you're in the Army, you got to really make it loud. All right? But I'm just here to thank you so much for your support of the soldiers on Fort McCoy, the family members, our civilian employees. And ever since I arrived here 2 years ago, I wanted to be very involved in the community. And so quite often you'll see myself, my wife, where's she at? She's right down here. She's a great military spouse. Some of my boys are here. A couple are working and a couple of them are here. And we enjoy coming to town to all the activities. We also like to shop and spend our money. I know Tina likes to hear that. And but I want you to know you can be very, very proud of your military that you have right down the road at Fort McCoy. All the hard training that we do, and we work them real hard. I like to say the more they sweat in training and peacetime, the less they bleed in war. So we're going to work them real hard. But there's also work hard, play hard. There's time where they get some time off, and they do like to come to town and spend their money also, so I know you like to hear that. And we're very proud of Fort McCoy. The numbers just came out this spring. The economic impact that Fort McCoy provides to the local area and the region is almost $2 billion, and we're so proud of that fact, being part of the community. Let's hear it for the Army. 1, 2, 3. That's right, you guys are trainable. And I just will wrap up by saying that, you know, we're bringing soldiers in to train. They're training hard, and we try to bring in over 100,000 a year, and we've got a lot of big exercises going on. You're going to continue to see the big trucks on the road. They're training real hard. They're firing their weapon systems. You see the range is busy, and you see the helicopters flying around. We'll be bringing in some more of them here in a few weeks, and we appreciate all your support on that. I know they make a little bit of noise every now and then, but again, the more we train in peacetime, the less we bleed more, so I appreciate that. You're going to see the soldiers around town when they get time off, and you're going to hear those big guns firing. And on nights like this, you'll hear the big booms. And no, that's not thunder, that's the sound of freedom. Let's give a hoo-ha for the Army. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening, everyone. On behalf of Votefield, we'd like to say thank you from all the men and women in the Air National Guard, the state employees, the contractors, everything that make the Air National Guard and the Army National Guard successful. We want to say thank you. We couldn't do it all without the employers that are out here tonight. It's proud to be up here in front of everyone. So thank you very much on behalf of Votefield.
All right, awesome. Good evening. So appreciate Colonel Poss and team and Colonel Diviak coming here tonight. So it's great to continue to build our relationship with Colonel Poss, and we look forward to seeing your ceremony next week, sir, as the outgoing commander. So we appreciate everything you've done for Votefield plus Tomah, and we appreciate the relationship that Tomah brings to both the Air National Guard and the Army National Guard. So we're not training 100,000 troops a day, but we're pushing about 100,000 pounds of gas into the fighters. So when we talk noise, we hope you guys appreciate the noise we bring in August. So we'll have about 62 fighters on our ramp with 1,000 people flying for Northern Lightning. So we'll definitely welcome them to your, I think Cherry Pie's coming August 11th, so we should see a good military presence for that event. So I just want to end it with who appreciated hearing the national anthem tonight from our very own Courtney Alexander. So if we can have you come up to the stage. So at Votefield and probably in the Army too, once someone finds out you can sing, you get taxed about once a week with the national anthem. So we appreciate Courtney singing for us tonight on the Armed Forces Week. And a little bit of history, but as senior leaders in the military, we like to coin the deserving performers. So I'd like to give Courtney one of our brand new chief coins from Votefield. So everything she's done for both Votefield and the community, we appreciate it all, and great job tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. One more thing before you leave the stage. Earlier this year, we had the honor of presenting Colonel Poss with our Military Appreciation Service Award, and a little bit of fumbling with that ended up, looks like we need to represent it with it. So, Colonel, I'd like you to represent you with your Military Service Appreciation Award on behalf of the Tomah Chamber and Visitor Center. Thank you for your service.
One last time, a big hoo for Tina and the Chamber of Tomah. 1, 2, 3.
You're very kind. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate your time.
All right, we're going to wrap it up with Devin down here. Sober Eyes, second annual picnic. Devin, you and I talked last year, and we dealt with like 90-mile-an-hour winds, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. It was extremely windy. Thankfully, this year it's been a little cloudy, so it hasn't been too bad, and wind kept down pretty well.
One of the first things you said to me today when I came down here is, hey, you could walk around and talk to anybody and they would have a story, and that's very true, isn't it?
Yeah, everybody here has got a story to tell, and there have been some amazing stories of inspiration shared today.
Give me a little background on Sober Eyes to the people not aware of Sober Eyes. How long has the group been around? How did it start?
Sober Eyes I started Sober Eyes in 2017. After I had gotten out of jail, there were no recovery services in Warrens, so I decided to start my own, but I didn't know anything about running a recovery group.
Sure.
So I decided I'll just make my own group and do my own thing. So I started having it, and then we had a facilitator come in and start running them, and we run them kind of like a community therapy is almost how I put it. And everybody really supports and builds one another up. We hold each other accountable, and we've grown into a large community. I mean, we've had well over 200 people come down here this year from all walks of life in the community. So just about 5 years we've been operating as a recovery group, and we do community events usually once a month and different things to give back to the community.
Walking around prior to you and I sitting down, Devin, everybody seems to have everybody's back. Is that a fair assumption?
That's definitely a fair assumption. If anybody here were to fall, I'm going to be there to pick them up. If I were to fall, I know there's going to be 30 people standing around me to help pick me back up. I've never seen so many caring people in one walk of life as people in recovery. They've been beat down their entire lives, and it's really humbled them. So now, given the chance, all they want to do is help other people. Some of the best people I've ever met in my life.
Devin, the two young ladies we had a chance to talk with prior to you and I sitting down had problems at a very early age. Was that your story?
I was prescribed on Adderall since I was in 2nd grade.
Wow.
And I was never taught that it was a drug. I was never taught that it's really close to meth. And when I got out of high school, I started taking it how I wanted. To me, it was my prescription. So if I wanted to take an extra one when I got off work so I could stay up all night and do other work, it was my prescription. I thought that was okay. I didn't know I was abusing drugs at the time. To me, it's just how I wanted to use it, however I wanted. And that abuse led deeper and deeper down a path to where I was introduced to meth, even though I didn't know it was meth. And they said it's just a synthetic amphetamine, and it's cheaper than Adderall and works better than Adderall. So I started doing that, and I was hooked. I didn't know what I was taking. Probably 3rd, 4th time of using it, I had found out that it was crystal meth. And my first thought was, this is what meth is? I don't see what the big deal is. It's just like my Adderall. That thought right there, meth was no longer a drug in my eyes. It was my medication. So I was hooked. That's all it took for me. So you could pretty much say I've been on drugs since I was in 2nd grade because of my Adderall. But even though I've had that, I am still a strong supporter for people who need to be on the medication. We just need proper education to let people know how to use their medication properly. My own daughter is on ADHD medication, but she understands the implications and how to use it properly and safely.
The bottom line with Sober Eyes is you look at Sober Eyes as kind of a support system where you have support in your life. Everybody you talk with has support in your life. That seems to be a big key, doesn't it?
Yeah, we need support. You can't do this on your own. I mean, the opposite of addiction isn't sobriety. Your opposite of addiction is community. We build a community of people lifting each other up, supporting one another. And if you take away from one bad habit, which is your addiction, you need to replace it with another habit, a good, positive habit. Otherwise, that empty void in their life is going to want to get filled right back up with drugs. So if you have something that makes them feel just as good, community, family, a job, volunteer work, anything like that, that's going to help deter them from using those drugs.
Devin, you've been around since 2017. How has the group grown?
It's grown exponentially. For the first couple years, we had about 4 people come to the group, and then the VA started bringing a busload of people down, and it has just grown to where we have meetings now, over 30 people at a meeting.
Great.
And we'll have 3 meetings a week that we do now, 1 in Warrens, 1 in Tomah, and 1 in Sparta.
All right, let's wrap it up. You touched on it a moment ago. Sober Eyes, when do you meet? What days, what times? Let's go from there.
We meet on Sundays. We meet out at the St. Matthew's Church in Warrens, right on Highway 12 at 5:30.
Okay.
On Tuesdays, we meet in Sparta at 5:30 at the Barney Center.
Okay.
And on Thursdays, we meet at the Tomah Area Community Theater at 5:30 as well. So all three of them are at 5:30.
Bottom line then, how do they get a hold of you if they're interested, Devin?
The easiest way is either through an email, sobereyes.inc@gmail.com, or our Facebook page, Sober Eyes, and you'll find our heart is our main logo on the Facebook page.
And we talked about this before, but for the people that are not aware of it, how do you come up with the idea? Why do you call it Sober Eyes?
It was actually originally called Renaissance of Legacy, which didn't exactly roll off the tongue. So one of our members ran a Facebook group called Sober Eyes, and I asked him if we could take that, because you can really tell someone's sobriety and addiction through looking at their eyes. You can tell a lot about somebody by looking into their eyes. So you can see that we have sober eyes now. And then our slogan, making sobriety cool, we want people to be proud about being sober. There's nothing they should be ashamed about. We make sobriety cool. It's cool to be sober. You don't need to be ashamed, and you don't need to drink alcohol to fit in with a crowd. If you don't want to drink, don't drink. It's okay to be sober. It took me a long time to learn that.
Do you worry about rehabbing, going back to your bad habits?
Not anymore. I'm close to 6 years sober. I maintain going to groups every week, and I maintain a strong support group of my recovery. So I am strong in my recovery. And one thought that was taught to me early in my recovery was, what if I can't come back? I don't have another relapse in me. If I were to relapse, that would be it. There would be no coming back for me. This is my last chance.
Devin, as we wrap it up, we want to give credit to Tomah Ambulance was down here. Talk about some of the other people that really made the second annual picnic a huge success for you.
Yeah, some of the people that came down, we had Next Steps for Change came down.
Correct.
They donated the bouncy
Yep,
house.
Bounce house over here, yep.
We had the Tomah Fire Department come down. They had a fire truck down here. The Tomah EMT had 2 ambulances come down. I should say the fire department had 2 fire trucks and a water cannon for the kids to play with. We had Cooley Council, Cooley Recovery Center, as they want to go now, came down with an information booth. We had...
There was quite a few.
There were a lot.
Yeah, the problem is when you start naming names, we're going to leave out somebody, but we'll show that sign before we wrap it up.
Yes.
Devin, I would assume a year from now we'll have picnic number 3.
Yes, we're going to have picnic number 3. I hope to make it bigger. I hope to make it better.
Yeah.
I hope more of the community who's not in recovery is able to come down and meet people in recovery.
Absolutely.
And just see who you once locked your doors in fear of.
Yeah.
See what, if given the opportunity, what they can do with their lives.
Yeah, bottom line, just come down and mingle with the people.
Yeah, eat lots of good food, have lots of laughs.
Devin, I want to thank you especially for inviting me to this. I had a chance to talk to you and some other people. Hopefully we'll talk again year 3 next year.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming down.
Okay, before we leave, we want to show the people, sponsors who donated, and there you can get a look at the sponsors that donated down here today. And then we also want to go over here and look at all the donors that were a part of making the second annual Sober Eyes annual picnic a success. So as we wrap it up down here, there was chalk drawing going on. As you can see, somebody went out of their way to draw Sober Eyes in chalk. On this portion of the update, we've been down here at Winnebago Park on Saturday, July 16th for the second annual Sober Eyes, Making Sobriety Cool second annual picnic. I want to thank everybody that was nice enough to talk with us, and we hope you enjoyed it.
roaming with my girlie when the two is early, pearly in the morning. Butterflies will flutter up and kiss each little buttercup at dawn. If I had Aladdin's lamp for only a day, I'd make a wish and here's what I'd say. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Hey, Greg.
Rise to kick off the community update, we're going to take you down to a brand new business in Tomah called Sacred Space at 1104 Superior Avenue on this Thursday, August 18th. First thing you'll see will be the ribbon cutting, and then we'll talk to some people as the update continues.
In a little bit. There we go. So what we're going to do is take a couple pictures. Then we'll do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, then you can cut the ribbon, and then we'll have you say a few words. But everybody just put on your best smile face for a little bit here. Is there anybody else that needs photos before we cut this? Okay, so we'll open up the scissors. And make note that the blade is in that one specific spot. You guys are going to want to hold the ribbon tight so that it can cut. And 3, 2, 1.
Congratulations, tremendous turnout down here today. One of the things we didn't talk about, parking right here on Superior Avenue, but you say you're not concerned about parking, right?
The what? Parking?
You're not concerned about parking?
Well, I guess somewhat concerned, but I feel like there's really not a whole lot you can do about it, and we do have public parking very close by. I don't know what else you could do, really.
Yeah. We talked about the artwork. If somebody's looking in, they're an artist, would they just show up and talk to you? How does that all work?
So usually I'll have people, or it's nice to have them call or stop in. I will ask them to bring in their work so that I can take a look at it and see if it goes with the vibe of the store. Typically, I haven't really sent anybody away unless their work is very, very similar to somebody else's. We try to stay away from really duplicating a lot. So yeah, just you can call to set up an appointment, you can message me on Facebook, or you can come on down. And even if you came down with your artwork, that would be fine too.
So it's become reality, but you've been thinking about this for a while, haven't you?
I would say that I was really opening a store on my own. That was only back in January. But I've been thinking about all of these items and how I really love them. And then for whatever reason, it just came to me that I could do this, and it would just make my heart really happy. It's a lot of work. I will not lie about that. Physically, it's exhausting, and I think I've put this on my Facebook Lives, but this is so rewarding to me. I spent 20 years in insurance and sales, and I made an extremely good living, but nobody wants to buy insurance. People come in here and they're excited to buy things. So
we talked a while back. I said it's going to be open 7 days a week. You got to have time for yourself, and you're working on that, right?
Oh yeah, we have at least 7 employees.
Wow.
So my goal is to get them all trained, and there's a lot here. So we're really working at that, and I just want to make sure that we all are doing the same thing. It's kind of goes back to my HR and safety background, having a procedure, but we really wanted to get open And so I've been down here most of the time and just getting everybody accustomed to how it works.
You've been open less than a month. Are you surprised by the response you got?
When I did my business plan, you know, you have to use a certain number that you're going to make a month, and we've already surpassed that by probably double in 2 weeks. And so yes, I'm surprised, and I'm hoping it's not just one of those things, oh, it's new, because we'll have new things all the time, but I think it's really something that people find to be, they come here for not just the items, but for an experience, and there's nothing like this in Tomah that they can experience.
Can I assume the majority of your regulars are women? Debbie, no? Not at all.
No.
So this is, if men are looking in, this is for them.
It is for both, and it's for age ranges. I've had high school students in here, all the way up to 70-year-old people, and everybody in between. Plenty of guys come in here, and they just, I have this one family of 4. They've probably been here maybe in the last 2 weeks 6 times, and they've almost become part of our shop family. So.
As I talked to Jeff a moment ago, it's a much bigger building than people realize, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And when we looked at it, one of the things about the building that we loved was the wood floors that are original, the brick, the high ceilings, and the amount of room, because we really wanted to bring a lot to this space. And we actually could use more room, because I've had people say, can you have a room for this or a room for that? And so I'm like, well, maybe we should buy the building next door. So but no, I'm like, I can't do that. We're physically done working that hard right now. And then there were 2 apartments upstairs, which bring income as well. But it's a beautiful building. It's has awesome bones. So that's what sold us on it. So.
All right, one final thought, because I'm taking precious time here. You should be mingling with people. Sacred Space, how did you come up with the name?
It just came to me. That was one of those things that I was on vacation for 2 weeks from work at the end of December, this last December, and it really was a good time for me to just shut all the noise off, and it actually just came to me. I know it sounds weird, and that's when I went to my sister and I said, I have a name for a business, and so yeah, it was just really cool.
And we should give credit to Murray's on Main. They kind of catered it today, didn't they?
Yeah, Murray's on Main catering our meal today. I'm hoping I'm sure it's delicious. I'm hoping to find out at some point. But
all right, you mentioned earlier when you were talking to Tina, a lot of information. We talked about Facebook. Go there. Everything you need to know is on Facebook, right?
Right. We are going to have a website. Look, my friend Larissa, who came to me as a vendor, but has really helped in a lot of ways, and it's very cool. She's working on the website, and so we hope to get it up and running by, I would say, next week or the week after. So.
And thank you for your time. I'll let you go mingle. Thank you. It's a great new business for Tomah, and thank you for sharing it with me.
Okay, thank you. All right.
You should have been gone, knowing how I made you feel. You should have been gone after all you was to see. Oh, it's been a dream of love. It's been so rare. Oh, it should have been over.
their booths and find out the cool stuff that they got going on. Lots of great food here and lots to drink.
We're going to be out in Warrens, Wisconsin for the Warrens 49th Annual Cran Fest going on this weekend. Enjoy it as we're going to talk with a lot of people at Cran Fest as the update continues. All right, 49th Annual Warrens Cran Fest going on this weekend. We're talking with the village president, Jason. Jason, it's going to be a cool one this year, isn't it?
It certainly is, Greg. Yeah, thanks for coming out and doing this for all the people that can't make it to festival this year. Happy 49th. We're really excited this year for that fest is back again. And yes, weather, it's always a factor. You never know what Mother Nature is going to have up her sleeve for us. So if you're coming out this year, bring your gear. You know, dress in layers. A little bit of rain is in the forecast, 50-50, so you never know. But the seasoned veterans that come here know, you know, dress warm in the morning so you can peel some stuff off as the day warms up. So it looks like around high of about 60 each day at the most, so definitely cooler than years past.
Jason, for the people not familiar with the history of the Cran Fest, if it's a typical weekend, how many people will come to Warrens?
That's a great question, Greg, because nobody sits out and collects tickets at the entrance of Cranfest because you can come in from all four sides. There's been, in years past, there's been flyovers that crowd estimators, that's their business, but typically the last few years we've expected around 140-ish thousand, and so last year was a rebound year after 2020 was off from the pandemic, and so we didn't know what to expect. We were pleasantly surprised. This year the feedback we're getting is that it's going to be even more popular than last year, so we're expecting to hit that number again.
49 years, biggest change you've seen in 49 years, Jason?
Well, I wasn't here at the inception.
I understand
of
that.
Fest.
I understand that.
So, but what I've seen, well, my wife grew up here, so she's been here for many of those years. I've been here 20-some years, and during that time, I would say the size certainly has grown. It's expanded in a little bit in the westerly direction over the ballpark by the Lions Club. There's always more food vendors, which when you get a crowd that size, you have to feed them. Yeah. And of course, facilities, managing all that type of stuff, that grows as well. But year in, year out, you can usually find your staples. If you want to, if you've got your shopping list, you can usually find that same stuff every year. And a lot of people, especially vendors, want the same booth year after year because their customers come back, they're like, okay, good, you're in the same spot. And that's real important for vendors. So that's one thing that has stayed the same.
Keeping in mind I got here a little bit late, Jason, was there anything you wanted to touch on we haven't as we wrap it up and move on here?
Oh gosh, well okay, we're going to take the tour here shortly and we're going to hit on a couple new things.
Correct.
And so I think what I'll do is we'll save those as we get to each spot. But one thing that I also want to touch on, and I don't have the list memorized, but we do have a lot of sponsors this year.
Sure.
And that's a key for any type of organization. When you have something that gets this big and has this far of reach, it takes a lot of volunteers to run. It takes a lot of financial support to make everything happen, and so we really count on a lot of those support from those businesses. And we'll get you a picture, or you can zoom in on one of the signs that has the list of sponsors.
Sure, it'd be great.
And then as we take our tour, we'll touch on the new things this year. So.
All right, there you see the dates this weekend going on out here in Warrens. Jason, the village president. Thanks for your time, my friend, and we'll move on.
Sounds good, Greg. Thanks much.
All right, let's kick it off with Mayor Mike Murray. And boy, one of your former driving students, I guess we could go there, but let's not.
Queen Kendall Murdoch.
Queen Kendall.
She wasn't royalty, well, she was royalty when she was in class, but this is Queen Kendall Murdoch, and she's going to tell people where to go.
She told you where to go already,
exactly,
right? Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, okay.
So, where are we standing at, Kendall?
This is the information booth, and this is where you can go to get all the information you need about the festival.
And because it's so wide and spread out, what do you think some of the things they can find out here?
You can get maps, they can help you give directions. If you get split up, you can come here and talk to them.
Yeah, I think that's an important one, because it's very easy for people to kind of wander different directions, and they can make an announcement over the PA here, which will go to the entire fest grounds as to, hey, we're at this spot, come and meet us here. And actually to our left, the most important place to me is what? Food! Absolutely.
Yes, I knew
we're gonna have all the food up here.
I knew you were going there, Mike. Yeah.
Yes. Well, we ate during driver's ed too, so food is very, very important. But this is probably one of the key essential things. They'll have lists of events, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's different things happening throughout the day, different performances going on. So this is the place to be. Will you be here?
Sometimes.
You'll be here telling people where to go?
No.
All right. Okay, well, that's it. We'll wrap it up and move on.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Bet.
All right, time to go. 7 times at state since 2011. 4 years in a row. 3 years ago, you said it's not a dynasty. Is it a dynasty?
We're certainly trying to build it to make it be one.
Okay, now this year's team is different because you lose basically everybody. Correct?
We have one freshman that'll be returning, Karma. And I do have a lot, I had 19 on the team, so I have a lot ready and willing to fill those steps.
What does the future look like for Tomah Golf?
I think it looks excellent. We have a strong 8th grade crew that's going to be graduating, moving up to the high school. We'll have a good 15 to 20 athletes again, so it's wonderful to have high numbers.
Seeing how many as this team is, 4 years in a row at state, does it make it different knowing so many of these girls are going to do it for the last time? Does it make it different this year?
Yes, it's super, super meaningful. They're going to leave it all out on the course there. There's nothing to hold back. We want to put Tomah on the map at state.
One final thought, and I've got to know this, and people have been asking me, Tanya, Are you back? Are you coming back? Are you done after this year?
Oh no, absolutely. I'm back. This is 17 years. I want to at least do 25, 30 or more if possible.
Tanya, thank you so much. A lot of people down here as usual. I imagine you could probably talk a little bit, huh?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Got a team shot here with the girls in front of their picture.
I love the dog.
Greg Singer does a great job making this, putting this van together every year, and there's your
I'll
group
tell you in a
shot.
second.
State-bound Tomah, 4 years in a row. We'll be down here at the Tomah Senior High on Sunday morning for the send-off for the Tomah girls golf team headed to state for the 4th consecutive year. In a moment, we're gonna show you video of them leaving the parking lot down here at the Senior High on this Sunday morning, October 9th. Golf team headed out of the senior high school parking lot right now. Police escort and the fire department is also down here. Here comes the girls' golf team. They will be following them. And right now, we're now up at Quick Trip. In a moment, you're going to see the girls golf team getting on the freeway on their way to state. Golf team headed back to state for the 4th straight year. You've been watching the send-off for the Tomah girls golf team to state on Sunday morning, October 9th. We hope you enjoyed it. Up to continues down here at Murray's on Main on Thanksgiving 2022 for the annual Mr. Ed's Free Community Thanksgiving Dinner. And these are all the people that are helping put together delivery orders right now. And they have been very, very busy on this early Thursday morning, Thanksgiving 2022. A lot of people serving the food, but they've also had very many deliveries already go out already. And we hope to talk with Tina Thompson in a moment as the update continues. All right, Tina Thompson, 29th year already. This year, though, no Bob Honlo. And ironically, today, I didn't know if you know or not, ironically, today is Bob Honlo's birthday.
I was wondering, because last year I believe this fell on his birthday, or pretty close, or maybe it was a couple years ago. But yes, we did happy birthday to him a couple years ago, and it's bittersweet because I think he's been here with us almost every year. You anticipated there'd be a lot of deliveries today, and that's staying true, isn't it? Yeah, we've, I think we're approaching about 200 right now. Wow. Okay, now outside of that, last year the numbers are down a little bit. I think COVID came into play. What do you anticipate today? We're thinking we're going to land right about 500. Okay. So certainly encouraging everyone to come and join us in person if they're able to, but we'll send out to shut-ins as needed. I'm looking around here, a lot of new volunteers. You have that every year, don't you? Yes, we do. Tina, thanks for your time. I know you're very busy. Thanks for making a couple minutes. Thanks, Appreciate
Greg.
it. Yep. We had to see I and a Richard.
There we go. How's that?
That's better.
There's Tracy. Hi. I saw you come in.
Okay, we'll go ahead and 3, 2, 1.
So it's a big day. Holiday Inn Express. How difficult was the choice? How difficult of a choice was it to decide to go with Holiday Inn Express?
Not difficult at all.
Okay.
No. It was either between, you know, Hilton's that we have, one now, the Hampton Inn, or another major brand. And Marriott's won't come to Tomah. They say we're too small. So we went with Holiday Inn Express.
And bottom line is you love Tomah, don't you?
Oh, I love it. Love it. My maiden name's Gerke.
And this is the tallest building in Tomah. We found that out,
It
didn't
is
we?
the tallest building in Tomah. Yeah.
Okay, now Emily's going to take us on a little tour in a moment.
Yes.
And before she does that, I've got to ask you out of curiosity, any reservations yet for Cranfest?
Oh, of course.
Really?
Oh,
Really?
yeah. Oh, yeah. That and Tractor Pull.
It's a very unique building. And people go up on the roof and look at the.
They can go to the 4th floor. They can't go on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's a great view when we get up in
It's
a
a
moment.
great view. When you get up there, you'll see it.
How many
Yeah.
people were at least nice enough to take us on a tour? Now there's 4 different types of rooms. You said.
Yes,
Okay.
that we have
now,
open today.
Give me an idea what type of room this would be now.
So this is just a standard king.
Standard
Kings.
king. Okay. Okay. Very nice. They'll have TVs in there, obviously. Okay. So this is standard king.
Yep.
All right. So then let's head this way and see what else we can find. Bathroom right here, obviously.
Yep, stand-up showers.
Stand-up shower over there. Okay.
Okay. And then coming this way. So this is going to be our standard double queen.
All right. So the double queen. Okay. Very nice.
And we have, this is our last one on this floor. This is a extended stay king room. There's somebody in there.
Okay. That's just Megan. She doesn't care. Okay.
So what makes
This
it
is-
an extended stay is it has the cabinets, the normal sized fridge and dishwasher.
Oh, sure. It's got the. All right. Sure. So it's got a fridge and everything in it.
Yep,
Wow.
and obviously much larger.
So how many rooms, extended stay rooms, do you have, Emily?
We have 7, I believe.
7. Wow. Okay. So you.
Yep.
I mean, people come here if they're looking for variety. Boy, you've got it, don't you?
Yep. We have some extended stays, which we'll go see it right now.
Sure.
With the couch in it.
Okay.
With a pull-out bed.
All right. Okay. Let's go look at that.
Sure, yeah.
This is one of the things that Ruth talked about. Fitness center, correct?
Yep.
Boy, very nice.
Yep, very big.
See
it's
people
very
working
good
out
size.
out here. Okay, and you have to have a pool, right? You have to see the pool.
Yep.
The pool, which is just around the corner here. Good sized pool.
Yeah, it is a good size. And then the room pool there, the hot tub.
Oh yeah, with the hot tub over here.
Yep.
As Ruth mentioned earlier, having a pool is almost a necessity, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Everybody wants one.
Sure.
A pool and a hot tub.
Okay, Emily, nice enough to take us on a tour. Where are we going from here?
We can go check the outside fire pit out.
I'd like to see that, yes.
And then we have one more type of room to look at.
Okay, let's do that. Thank you. All right, and this is a very good-sized kitchen area, isn't it, Emily?
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep, very nice.
Emily, you should mention, we talked about it off the air, you were with housekeeping out here, is that correct?
Yep, head housekeeper here.
And you've been with Ruth for a while, right?
Yep, since 2016.
Well, obviously you love what you do.
Yep.
All right, we got to look at the fireplace outside.
Yep.
And this is the outside fireplace, and this is very unique, is it not?
It is. I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
No.
Especially here.
Yeah, it's, I can see this type of weather where people would use this. Very unique outside fireplace, very nice. We are in the fourth floor, and the difference really between this room, Emily, is as a couch.
Yep. And
Okay.
it pulls out into a queen-size bed.
Well, it does. Okay.
It does, yep.
Okay.
And of course, we got the view up here on the 4th floor.
Yeah, this is the 4th floor. We're looking out over, there's AT&T over there. Of course, there's Aldi's way the heck over there. Boy, you can Dollar Tree, you can really see a lot up here. Great view.
Yeah.
I mean, Ruth didn't talk about how long you guys been open out here.
We opened in October.
Okay.
About mid-October, I want to say. Yep.
Now, she owns the other motel also. Do you kind of flip-flop between both of them? Or how does that work?
We typically don't do that unless we have to.
Okay.
But no, I'm strictly over here.
All right.
But I know that hotel. I was there in between this being built and when she sold Best Western.
Okay, all right, so on this portion of the community update, we've been out at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites for their ribbon cutting on Thursday, December 1st. We want to thank everybody that was nice enough to talk with us. Check it out. It's a beautiful new hotel here in Tomah. We hope you enjoyed it here on the Hagen Sports Network.
Everybody, make some noise for Kendall on the fiddle. Come on, make some noise for her. On mine is two bells on the sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. On mine is two bells. Come on, Corey, come on. Everyone, make some noise for Corey on the guitar. For Christmas, a slice of pizza's all I need. I just want you for my I wish come true.
Prescott, how is she? My name is Andy Cummings, and on behalf of Canadian Pacific, what a pleasure it is to welcome you to this beautiful 2022 holiday train. What do you think? I want to tell you a little bit about this train. We've been taking it coast to coast since 1999, and in that time we have raised more than $21 million and 5 million pounds of food for community food banks all across North America. And we're able to do that because of your generous donations, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and for making a donation. Everything you donate stays here in the community to help your neighbors in need. Boy, it smells like pizza here. Does anybody else smell the pizza? Chad, I'm hungry.
I could use a slice.
Yeah, could use a slice. I'd like to invite out John from Neighbor for Neighbor. Come on out, John. Can we get a round of applause for John and all the good work that he does? And next up, Kevin is the locomotive engineer that is operating this beautiful train. We really appreciate his good work today, and he's going to be presenting a check today on behalf of the Canadian Pacific for $4,500.
Isn't that great? On behalf of the neighbor food family here in Tomah, it's just a big thanks to Canadian Pacific for doing this. I mean, it's just it's unbelievable. They do it every year.
This portion of the community update, we take you back to last Saturday, December 10th. We showed you a little bit of the holiday train, Canadian Pacific holiday train that was in Tomah last Saturday, December 10th. First time it had been here in 2 years. And now the holiday train is leaving Tomah. Hopefully you were part of this, very well attended. Look back at a little bit of the holiday train last Saturday, December 10th, here in Tomah. Happy holidays, everyone.
To be jolly, but it's folly when you're falling for.
As I believe we're just going to give you an idea of all the people that are down here for the holiday train last Saturday, December 10th. And we hope you enjoyed it on the update. Happy holidays, everyone.